Yo, it's Wednesday, baby, and we're serving the sound. Jams and cocktails, best show around. With ice in your glass and the crew on the mics. We mix it up right every Wednesday night. Get your sip on, get your groove tight. JNC does the midweek right. The shot of the week, it's about to blow. Don't you touch that dial, yo.
Jams and cocktails, let's start the show. Jams and cocktails, let's start the show. Jams and cocktails, let's start the show. Jams and cocktails, let's start the show.
Well, hello. Good evening, jammers. Welcome to Jams and Cocktails. Yes, I am your host, Brad Brock, and tonight we're celebrating National Guitar Day, the best way that I know how, and that's nerding out about guitars with my dear friend and tonight's co-host, Mr. Kevin McLoughlin.
What's up, everybody?
Looking beautiful, as ever.
I thought you'd never notice. Thank you.
Yeah, you might notice, in fact, that we're kind of in a different spot. Same lounge, different spot, right? And so we're trying out a new little section of the area here. So let us know what you think, and pray for me, because I'm running the whole show remotely from the other side of the lounge, which is a challenge for me.
Yeah, never done it before. Using a different machine should go totally smoothly.
Yeah. As they say, it's definitely, I do have some of the controls that make me feel at home and in control. But there's a lot of controls over there that I've kind of just set it and forget it.
It does look weird without you sitting over there.
It's like a ghost on the aux, right? running the thing. Anyway, you guys. So yes, we're going to hit you with a brief history of the guitar. We're going to talk about how Kevin and I got into playing guitar and show off some of our main gigging instruments. I bet you guys didn't know that we name our guitars. Do you name your guitars, Kevin?
No, I don't. I don't name body parts. I don't name guitars, or I don't name my cars. I just no reason. I just don't.
Well, you'll understand that my names are very simple. They're very descriptive, I guess. Nothing outside of that. I feel like a lot of people do like that, though. But what are you gonna do? What else we got for you tonight? We've got a riff-tastic round of Name That Tune for you this evening. We're going to hit you with the Geordie files, even though Geordie's not here, of course. But that's okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, this is going to be our new interview style. So when we have guests on where we're doing mainly an interview type thing, this is kind of how I think it's going to look.
Yeah, it's a good setting. Feels good over here.
Yeah, we also have our center camera so that you can see us both on the screen at the same time. Good crotch shots for everybody. And I do have a mention that I know she hates it, but we do have another special guest, and that's Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy. We did set her up with a microphone in case she wants to chime in on some things, but Tracy, we always love having you here and giving you a hard time too. So, listen, guys, I do want to say thank you so much for tuning in live with us tonight. I hope that you hit the subscribe button on YouTube. That really helps. I know last week we had a really big, we talked about a really big surge thanks to a video, but keep it coming. What can I say?
Yeah, so what happens to a person after they go viral? Like, is it just like back to normal? Is all your normal activity disappointing now?
You know what? I let me get through this bit and then I'll tell you all about it.
All right.
Yeah. Cause it's interesting now having it settled for a while, but thanks so much for Chasing Tails for being our keg sponsor this month. I don't know if I have that thing set up for that, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. I am doing my best to watch the chats and comments, primarily on YouTube because that's what's on my screen. But I could probably pop over and check our other places as well. But if you're on Facebook, come and join us on YouTube. It's better. It's more fun. There's loads of people in the chat already. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for being on, everybody. Look at all this.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, I guess without further ado, let's get those tubes warmed up with our cocktail of the week.
All right, tonight's cocktail of the week is one of those drinks that looks classy, but absolutely has opinions. This is the Gibson. It's an old cocktail, so old that nobody can agree on where it came from. Some say it's named after the Gibson girls. Others say it was created by a Dr. Gibson who believed onions were good for your health, even when they're floating in gin. Science was different back then. Now, if you like a dry gin martini, you're going to love this. You might even like it better. It's simple. Gin, dry vermouth, and the most controversial garnish in cocktail history, 1 to 3 pickled onions. Why 1 to 3? Because nothing about this drink can be normal. Some say 2 honors the Gibson girls. Others say even numbers are bad luck. Honestly, choose chaos. And while this looks like a martini with an onion instead of an olive, it's not the same drink. That pickled onion changes everything. It cuts the vermouth, lets the gin shine, and adds a little crunch that an olive just can't compete with. Let's head over to the JNC bar and make it.
What's up, jammers? Our cocktail of the week is a classic. It's the Gibson. First off, in a shaker with ice, we're going to add 2.5 ounces of your favorite gin. We're using Brockman's. Then we'll add just 1/4 ounce of dry vermouth. Shake it till it's ice cold. Then we'll strain it into a martini glass. Now, if you prefer a crystal clear martini, you could stir this until it's ice cold and then strain it into the glass. And then we'll garnish with some pickled onions. 3 is best because even numbers are bad luck. And there you have it, the Gibson. Man, that's really good. If you like classic cocktails, it's next level. I'll see you back in the lounge.
Join us each week for our shot or cocktail of the week by visiting us at jncpodcast.com to see what we're planning. Then tune in on Wednesday nights to have a drink with us. Do you have a recipe you'd like to see us try on the show? Slide into our DMs on Facebook or Instagram and let us know.
All right. We are back. And we have our cocktails. So I do still firmly believe that even numbers are bad luck when it comes to cocktail garnishes. But I ran out of time. I didn't skewer a whole bunch of these. Do you like pickled onions, Kevin?
I don't know that I've ever had one, to be honest with you.
No?
And it's also been forever since I've consumed any kind of gin or vermouth. So,
oh boy, we can see where this night's gonna go.
Yeah.
All right, well, cheers. Cheers, Tracy. God, I love that. I've never had Brockman's gin until just now, and I really like that.
That is a complex cornucopia of flavors.
And then you gotta get the onion. Oh man,
now that is oniony onion.
That's crazy, man. All right.
Wow.
What do you think?
It does taste very old school. a proper drinker's drink.
Yeah, it's definitely a classic. You know me. I love classic cocktails. I think this one needs to go on the list at the bar. Well, yeah. All right, there you have it. I just want to quickly circle back to what Kevin was saying. Yeah, and I kind of mentioned this last week on the show, but when it comes to the viral video thing, never in a million years. I always hoped something would. I wish that it was something that we were talking about on the show, but I'll take whatever hits. But yeah, the withdrawal is real, man. I've been chasing that high, and I got really close on a couple. Not really close. That's ridiculous to say, but I had a couple videos that had some nice spikes, but nothing like that.
I've got to imagine there's got to be a little bit of residual effect where like your next few videos would have a few more than the normal before the virality.
I'll say that most of my videos now are not struggling to hit 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Whereas like sometimes there would be like 300 views, and then sometimes I'd get 1,000, 2,000, whatever. But now they're all kind of hitting.
You're sticking in 4 digits now?
That's what she said. But yeah, man, I am
okay.
I am trying to chase that, and would love another one to hit. But
I've had some viral experiences, but none of them had anything to do with the internet.
I was gonna say it was during COVID. Yeah, it was very exciting, and I'm thankful again for any subscribers that subscribed and stayed. Of course, when you have something like that, loads of subscribers happen, and then a bunch of them fade away, and we've kind of crept back up to where it was at its peak. So it's kind of great. So people are still.
So you're like between 8,000 and 9,000 subscribers now.
Yeah, we're like resting pretty around 8,600. So again, thank you guys so much for sticking around. We hope that you join us for a live show. We always have fun. But that's not what we're here to do.
That is correct.
We're here to bore the shit out of all of you about guitar history.
Bunch of nerdy guitar stuff.
Yep, absolutely. And
guitars are the best instrument. They are.
By far.
They are.
It's not even a question, really. It's just facts. So we're going to start with a little guitar history. I provided a PowerPoint for you guys to
Seriously,
enjoy.
PowerPoint?
So you could follow along with us in PowerPoint.
That's awesome.
So yeah, let me make sure I could do that. So here we go, you guys. This is a brief history of the guitar. Oh, thank you. National Guitar Day, you guys, isn't just, well, it isn't a government holiday at all. Nobody in Congress signed off on it. It's one of these modern national days that grew out of the community of music and social media. It's celebrated every February 11th, and it gives us all an excuse to pick up the instrument that's shaped blues, rock, country, jazz, basically every kind of music that we love. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Next slide, please. So when we talk about the guitar, we're talking about an instrument with roots that stretch thousands of years across continents and cultures. But unlike some instruments, the modern guitar doesn't have a single moment of invention. It evolved over centuries from ancient stringed ancestors. Did you know that, Kevin?
I did.
And that's something. I thought that was interesting. Now, the word guitar itself likely comes from the ancient Greek kithara, which I think is a cooler name
Isn't
for
that
it.
like a Japanese sword?
A katana?
Oh, sorry.
Close. They both shred.
A kithara.
You both
They
shred.
both shred. And with the right settings, they can cut you in half.
They can cut you in half. So kithara, it's an instrument celebrated in art and mythology. Even one story credits the god Hermes with fashioning the original from a tortoise shell. Now, before that, early guitar-like instruments can be traced back even further with depictions of plucked stringed instruments in ancient Mesopotamia and throughout the Middle East thousands of years ago. Now, let's fast forward to Renaissance Spain in the 15th and 16th centuries. Musicians began favoring instruments with the familiar curved bodies we associate with guitars today.
Sexy.
Yes. Guitars have the body of a voluptuous, beautiful woman. And that's the way we like it. Early guitars had courses of strings, which are pairs tuned together. I guess the closest thing that we'd find today is like a 12-string.
Oh, yeah, or a mandolin.
Or a mandolin, yep.
Dulcimer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I didn't even think of dulcimer, but you're absolutely right. Now, over time, these evolved into the 6-string standard that we now recognize. By the 19th century, a Spanish luthier, ready for this, named Antonio de Torres Guajardo. That's about as close as I'm going to get. Perfected what we call the modern classical guitar. He broadened the body, refined the bracing inside the soundboard, and helped shape an instrument capable of rich tone and expressive range. Now, as European settlers brought guitars to the Americas, makers began experimenting with steel strings, larger bodies, and new shapes. One breakthrough came from Christian Frederick Martin.
Familiar name.
You might know the name.
CF himself.
CF himself. He developed the flat top acoustic guitar with X bracing, a design still dominant in acoustic guitars today. Now, in the early 20th century, the story takes an electrifying turn, Kevin.
Dun, dun.
Do it. And that's it. Inventors like Adolf Rickenbacker and George Beauchamp devised the first commercially viable electric guitar, answering the call for louder instruments in big bands and dance halls. You know how we roll in the 19th century. That's right. Soon after, of course, innovators like Les Paul and Leo Fender pushed solid body electric guitars into the mainstream. Yes. Rock and roll.
Thank you, Les.
So
and
good.
Thank you, Leo.
And Leo. Les and Leo. And these designs became cornerstones of blues, rock, jazz, and pop. And probably a flurry of other wonderful genres. So good. So good. Now, from ancient plucked strings to the roar of a stadium-ready electric, the guitar has evolved with every era of music, and in doing so, it has helped shape the sound of generations. Thank you. That's the end of my PowerPoint, Kevin.
Oh, very good. That was a good PowerPoint.
I'll give myself a little applause for that.
Well done.
Did you learn anything?
I did. I learned that Mr. Rickenbacker's first name is Adolfo, and he was one of the first electrically, commercially viable electric guitars. Yeah, the need for the electric guitar actually came out of the fact that there was a guitar player in the band, and back then the band was 15 horn players, screaming loud, and an acoustic guitar sitting there just couldn't compete. So they had to find a way to get that thing louder, and electrifying it was the way.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, and Rickenbacker, obviously a huge name, not only in popcorn, but in guitar as well.
There's a Rickenbacker popcorn machine?
Orville.
Oh, wait.
Or that's Redenbacher.
No, that's Redenbacher.
Oh, same Bacher family.
Yeah. Those Bachers make some cool stuff.
I'm an idiot. What can I say?
I was going to say
yes.
But if you're familiar with bands like Yes, Chris Squire on bass, bands like Rush, Geddy Lee on bass, the bass that they played was the Rickenbacker 4001.
Yeah.
Iconic instrument. And if you're into the jangly guitar sound of Tom Petty, that's the sound of a Rickenbacker.
Yeah, 100%. That was definitely one of his favored instruments, and they look cool. They have the coolest whammy bar in music, the Rickenbacker. It's like fat and flat.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Iconic sounding instruments for sure. Lots of clank.
Lots of clank in those old 6 strings. Listen, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got some more stuff for you. We got a riff-tastic round of Name That Tune. And we're going to talk about our favorite stage guitars. We have them handy, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. All right, so stay tuned. This is Jams and Cocktails. Don't go away. Maybe. I don't.
Yeah, they didn't go away yet.
Yeah, working on it.
Okay.
Don't go away.
Jams and Cocktails will return in a moment.
But first, a shout out to our February keg sponsor, Chasing Tales.
Thanks for keeping the beer flowing. Would you like to become a JNC keg sponsor? Reach out on social media and ask how. Now, back to the jams and the cocktails.
See the river through the swaying trees. That's alright with me. I can see the sky, the pouring rain. That's alright with me. 'Cause I don't need saving. I'm doing just fine. Troubles are just a phase. I don't need saving. Just a waste of time. Gotta go through it anyway. I've been walking this road the way of the world. That's alright with me. But every step is stone, and the nights are so cold. That's alright with me. 'Cause I don't need saving. I've been doing just fine. Troubles are just a phase. Don't need saving. Just a waste of time. Got to go through it anyway.
you so much.
All right. Welcome back to the show. It's me again. I've returned. How do you like it over here, Kevin? How do you feel about being on this side of the world?
Settling into the space here, but it's good. It's cozy. It's different.
Yeah, this is a perspective for me that I never get to see, which is looking at this way.
Yes.
I spent many years looking right behind us.
The penetrating string of LEDs poking you in the eyeballs.
Yeah, I did have to put up some extra key lights to light this far back.
Right. Yeah. There's
and they're hot. It gets hot in
hot
here,
lights?
dude. Yeah, they get hot.
I miss the heat of the lights. We live in the future now, and we got LEDs that don't give off heat. There's nothing like an old 1,000-watt power can that you could freaking cook a chicken on.
You know what we need to do? We need to create stage lights, and we'll call them head stage lights, heat emitting diodes. And we'll just...
There you go. You can put that in with the light emitting diode, so it'll be like retro.
Yeah. Retro.
Yeah, so you can keep your lunch warm and light the stage at the same time.
It'd be really good, like it's been in Florida for the last couple of days or last week or so. But
good for that 1 week in the year where it's below 70.
That's right. Oh, anyway, you guys ready to? Oh God, you guys you're gonna hate this one. You're gonna hate this.
What are we doing?
You guys out there ready? It's Name That Tune. That's right. Name that tune. Name that tune. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to invite all of our live viewers to play along with us as usual in the chats and the comments. We're looking for the name of the song and the artist or band performing it in honor of National Guitar Day. The clues are isolated guitar riffs from wildly famous tunes. That's right.
Cool.
Cool, right? Now, the twist is that these are not the riffs that made the song famous. So, at least I tried. Like, I still feel like some of them are still the riffs, but I tried to pick riffs in the songs that weren't the main riff. Okay. But some of them are pretty, because they're so easy. Some of these are tough, but some of these are so easy. I put a bunch of them, so it's gonna be more. You guys out there ready to play? Let's do it. Boy, this is gonna be good. Let me switch over to the screen that has all that. And we can do that. I wonder if everybody's in there. Oh my God! Look, Tracy, you're on the camera.
Tracy does have a camera. Look at her. There she is. Hey, Tracy.
You look great. I love that jacket.
Yeah, that's the coolest jacket ever.
All right, just for the game, Tracy. Just for the game, and that way we're all in the frame. I don't have to worry about it. All right, here we go. First clue. Name that tune for all of you. Here we go. I could probably play because I can't read this at all. Here we go. I'll give it to you once again.
You said you wanted to get the riff that was not the iconic part of the song?
I know. Well, the truth is there's really just a lot of acoustic guitar outside of that riff. So I figured I'd start you guys off easy. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Tracy, you ready? All right, let's see. Show the camera. It is Satisfaction, or I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. Nice. Nice. Who was that? Ann got it out there. Philip.
I Can't Get No in parentheses.
Paul got it out there. Very nice. These guys. It gets a little harder from here. Not going to lie.
That's what you said last time.
Here we go. Next clue. Okay, maybe I lied. We'll do it again. Here it is again, just in case you need it. If you're just joining us, this is Name That Tune, and it's isolated guitar riffs from very popular songs. Lots of answers coming in on the chat. Good job. All right, what do you guys got here in the lounge? Tracy had nothing? It is Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads on guitar there. Nice.
I thought it was Van Halen.
Oh.
At first it sounded like that, but
there's unpopular opinion, but I feel like if Randy Rhoads would have lived longer, the Randy Rhoads Eddie Van Halen beef, or who would have been the better guitar player ultimately? They're so good in their own right, and so similar in a lot of ways. Crazy to think. All right, next clue. Maybe. This is a tough one. It's very isolated, yeah. Check back over. Oh, okay. All right. Some good answers coming through. Are you stumped over there? All right. Let's see what you got, Kev. Smells Like Teen Spirit by whom?
Nirvana.
Nirvana. Nice.
Didn't have time to write the name of the band.
Very good. Very good, you guys out there. Guessed it right. Very nicely done. All right, next clue. Let's do it. Nope, that's wrong.
I know that one.
Not the signature lick. All right. Answers are coming in. Did you get anything, Tracy?
I just have Guns N' Roses. I don't.
Yeah, all right. That's
yeah.
good. What'd you get, Kev? Sweet Child of Mine. Guns N' Roses. Absolutely right. You guys are doing really good.
That Nirvana one was the hardest.
Oh, and Ann said Aerosmith, Sweet Child of Mine. Nope.
Nope, close.
Close.
Totally different.
Close. All right, next clue. Maybe. I think this is one. Classic tune, but it's tough when it's just the isolated guitars. All right, Jay, nice job. All right, Philip, looking good. All right, let's see what you got. Oh, so close. It's not that, though.
Ah.
Not Roll Over Beethoven.
So I have
Johnny Be Good is correct.
Oh,
Chuck Berry.
so close. I got the right guitar player.
Yes. All right. Let's keep
And
going.
to be fair, he does play that Lick and Ball songs, just so you know.
I think that lick is in all of the songs, with the exception of maybe My Ding-a-Ling.
Yeah, that's got a deep tone to it.
I'll give it to you one more time, Kevin. And Cobb said roll over Beethoven as well.
I know what song that is, but I can't think of the name.
Oh, it's a classic.
It's one of their biggest songs.
Yep. Maybe the biggest song ever. How about you, Tracy? Got anything over there? No. All right.
Oh, wait. I know what it is.
Not a moment too soon, Kevin. All right, let's see it. Enter Sandman by Metallica. Very nice. All right. I think I got 2 more for you. Here's the next clue.
Another iconic one.
Yeah.
Richie.
Anne says she's back on the rollover Beethoven. She's like, it starts with the same riff. I was like, yep.
That anyway.
Definitely he had a style. Oh, Paul says cream. Not cream. Who is it, Kevin? It is Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. Nice.
Iconic Richie Blackmore tone. Strat neck pickup through.
It was really,
Marshalls.
really crazy to hear that isolated because I was like, man, it's so clean. So clean.
Yeah, super clean. But the tone of those Marshalls cranked to just clean and heavy.
I'm not sure if this is a clue or something from last week. I'm looking on the tiniest screen ever. I have no idea what this says, but let's see. It is a clue. Possibly one of the most underrated guitarists.
Actually, I liked him before he knew how to play better than after he learned.
Yeah.
Because he did all the echo stuff like on this one. And it was super cool.
Super cool. How he got it to be in tempo with everything was.
Yeah, it was a thing with all analog back then.
Yeah, crazy.
And no digital syncing.
Mm-hmm.
But the story was that he started doing that echo trick because he couldn't play fast enough to get enough notes in the song, so he just put the echo in, and then
the rest is history.
He could play super slow and sound like he's doing a lot.
It's like I feel like that's delay and a wah pedal. You could sound like a rock and roll king.
Yeah, and most guitars that are really on the edge of their skill level are truly saying when they're going for a tone that they still haven't found the tone that they're looking for.
Crazy. You're half right.
No!
Yeah. Oh, it is Where the Streets Have No Name is the answer to that one. But I feel like
to be fair, that same lick is in every song in their first 3
song ever. Did you have anything over there? No? U2, Where the Streets Have No Name. Nice job, you guys. Well done. All right.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So we did something last week. I don't know if you saw the show from last week, but we did a Name That Tune where it's kind of broken down by instruments. And so it starts off with just the drums or the drums and bass. And somebody said that Jimmy Fallon did it on his show or whatever. But so it starts with that. What's cool is it's all pre-done, so I don't even know the answer. So I get to actually play.
Oh, that's more fun.
Yeah, it is.
More fun for you.
More fun for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy myself sometimes.
That's what she said.
All right. Are you ready for some fun, Kevin? Some more fun?
Okay.
You want to talk about your guitars?
Sure.
All right. I'll kick it off while you gather your instruments.
Okay.
And we'll go back and forth. I'm going to start with butterscotch.
I'll go get my other one.
That's what she said. Oh, all right. So, right now we're gonna chat a little bit about our instruments. I'm gonna talk about my retired Telecaster, which is right here. You can see it, so I don't have to jump up and grab it. But this is butterscotch, and butterscotch has kind of a bizarre history. And I'll start at the beginning. Way back, all the way back, Tracy, I know this is probably before you was born, but back in 2001, and I'm not totally sure if I made a good decision on this, but I traded a Gibson 330 for this old girl who wasn't such an old girl back in the day. She was in pristine condition, but I traded outright for this guitar. Now, she has seen many, many stages, corners, beaches, and studios. The body of butterscotch, I found out through looking at serial numbers and whatnot, it's an early 80s Japanese Squire body, right? So, back when the Squires were good, I guess. I don't know. Probably good. But the neck is not original at all. It's a custom big fat baseball bat neck. No idea. The guy that sold it to me said it was Brazilian rosewood. I don't know if that's a good wood for guitar necks, but yeah, and it came with a really nice fraudulent Fender Telecaster sticker decal, just put right epoxied over it or whatever, shellacked over it. So this guitar has seen it all. The electronics are a hodgepodge of failures and replacements over the years, some of them taken out of other Squire instruments and just soldered at the kitchen table. Really just not good. I think one of the tuning pegs has a screw that was too long, so it's just kind of sticking out there and it's crooked. It's really just the Frankenstein guitar. I played it for so many years, so many years.
Yeah, that's been your main axe forever.
Yeah, and in its current condition, it looks super cool, but is completely unusable. Just if you plug it in, it just sputters. There's no life. She's dead. Needs to go sit on a bench and get some real TLC.
I know some people who are really good at that.
I do know that you know those people. Yeah, now it's like decoration in my living room, and everybody that comes in is like, "Oh my god, how cool is that guitar? Did you buy it like that?" Yeah, I could still find photos of like back in the day when this guitar was relatively new, at least to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, no chips. It was pearl white. And now it's a lovely butterscotch color. Matches my glasses. And yeah, she's seen a lot.
It looks good on the screen. It's got that, that 50s, Telecaster color.
Yeah. Minus all of the destruction and
and now you got to pay extra for them to drag it around behind the truck before they sell it to
I
you.
know, you get to go to the Fender custom shop and they're like, do you want it distressed?
Yeah, relic they call it.
Is that what they call it? They're calling it relic.
It's called relic, and relicing guitars is actually quite the art form.
Yeah,
to purposely make it look like it was just randomly played to hell.
Unpopular opinion: relic it yourself.
Yeah. You can actually get on YouTube and watch videos on how to properly relic a guitar.
That's not what I mean.
Beat it with chains.
No, I want you to go and play it until you
drag it behind the truck for a few minutes.
eat loads and loads of red pasta sauce so that your sweat is acidic and just eats through all the paint.
Yeah.
So that was my main guitar for many a year outside of my acoustic. So we'll turn it over to Kevin. Kevin, I know this is your main rig.
This is my main guitar. I've had this for 20 years. I figured that out today. I was thinking about it. That's crazy. But so the story behind this is a Paul Reed Smith, and wow, that looks good on the camera, doesn't it? It in the light, it looks like the bottom of the ocean at low tide. But my love affair with Paul Reed Smith guitars started in the 80s. For a few minutes, I lived in Boston, and I went into one of the guitar shops there. I can't think of the name of it. And there were brand new guitars sitting on the wall. No one ever heard of them. They were up there, and this one, I was like, well, let me play one. So I pulled it off of the wall. He's like, the salesman was like, I don't know anything about these guitars. They just came in the mail yesterday. We hung them up, and it had a price tag of $12.50 on it. And I went and plugged it into my same amplifier. They had it, and I just sat down and I hit an A chord. And it was the most beautifully, harmonically complex singing A chord I had ever heard. I'm like, I could barely breathe listening to it. And then as that A chord faded away, I could feel something all over me. And I turned around, and everyone in the music store had stopped and turned and was staring at me because of the sound of that guitar. And that was a Paul Reed Smith, and then that was 1985. And I college student with no money. It wasn't like I went home and put a price tag on everything. I'm like, maybe I can even sell my underwear. No, I'm not that famous. But I there's no way I could raise enough money to get one. So, and then life happened forever. And finally, I was doing well enough in business to where I could afford one. And so what I did was I blocked out like 10 days on my schedule. I'm like, I'm going to drive around to every music store and play every single Paul Reed Smith. Oh, no, before I did that, one step back, my buddy George lived in LA at the time. I'm like, I got to go, you got to get me in the NAMM show. I got to go to the NAMM show. I got to meet the people that make Paul Reed Smith guitars and talk to them, because when I buy one, I want to buy the right one for me. And I need to talk to the dude who made it. So George, thanks George, he got me into the NAMM show. I went to the Paul Reed Smith booth, asked a bunch of questions, and so the luthier who makes them basically guided me to this guitar design. Solid pickup, solid bridge, one-piece bridge, 22 frets. And so then I came back, set aside those 10 days, went down to the Guitar Center in Palm Beach. I knew some of the guys who worked there. I'm like, get me all of the 2 humbucker, single-piece bridge Paul Reed Smith guitars you got. And they're like, dude, really? How many times a day do I get that question? I'm like, I will buy it now if I like it. And they're like, okay. And so I had a whole team of people climbing ladders. And I ended up with like 10 guitars sitting out in front of me. And I played through these guitars, and this one just kept calling to me. And I was looking at it, I'm like, because it's pretty yellow now after 20 years, but it was straight clear finish. This is a straight clear finish. It was like the color of a 2x4 at Home Depot when I bought it.
No way.
Yeah, seriously. So I'm looking at this guitar, and it's just talking to me, going, I'm yours. You have to take me home. And I'm like, I can't like have found the right guitar on my first, what am I going to do for the next 9 days? Like, I need to scour the entire earth to find the perfect guitar. And I couldn't leave without this guitar. And it was the right choice, because I like the big fat baseball necks. This is the wide fat neck. And it's just a great guitar. It came stock with the Dragon 2 pickups, and playing it for the first month or two, I was like, I can hear the sound of the pickups as different from the sound of the guitar. Like, I like the sound of the guitar, but I don't like the sound of the pickups. And so a friend of mine turned me on to Wagner pickups, WCR pickups. And this is, these are reproductions of the pickups that Duane Allman used on the Live at the Fillmore album.
No shit.
Yeah. So that's what these pickups are. And put those in, and magic. Just absolute magic. Like, I just turn my brain off and let my fingers start doing stuff, and then the show's over.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. This thing sustains for like weeks. Like, and you know, I'm not going to do the Nigel Tufnell, but this thing truly does sustain. Like Carlos Santana plays Paul Reed Smith guitars. He's known for sustain. This thing, especially when you play this note right here, this G, it'll just go, and like indefinitely.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so. I'm not like a lead player, and we'll talk more about that later on. But you know, I do want to say that the biggest thing I miss about playing butterscotch is the big fat neck. Like my new Telecaster does not. It's very thin. I mean, it's standard for a Telecaster. This was a mod for sure. But I do miss that grip.
Well, at first I was always about the small neck. I've got these short little sausage fingers, like 3/4 the size of every decent guitar player's fingers. Mine are, and so I always wanted the thinnest neck. And a dear friend of mine, Mark Monroe, he sat down and he was like, you know, grab a guitar. And even now with this big fat baseball bat neck, you can see he's like, look at all the air between your thumb and the back of the neck. He's like, why not fill it with wood? You're not using it.
Yeah.
And it adds to the stability of the neck. It adds to the tone of the guitar. And I'm like, you know, that totally makes sense. Like that, I'm not using that space. Even with this, I've got a good, you know, 3/8 or 5/16 of airspace between my hand and the back of that neck. This neck could almost be twice as big around and still wouldn't affect my playing in any way.
Yeah, it's crazy. As a predominantly rhythm player, a thick neck just it's more to grab onto, more to love, I guess. You know, I understand like the thinner necks for people that are shredding, that, you know, the closer proximity, faster movement. But for me, man, I'm just chording for the most part.
Yeah. From my perspective, the distance between the front of the neck and the peak of the back of the neck has absolutely nothing to do with playability. It really has nothing to do with playability. And my fingers are short. Like they barely reach the top of the fretboard here. But whether or not it's narrow in this dimension or if it's super fat in this dimension has zero effect on the guitar's playability for me.
Interesting. I dig that. Nice. All right. Well, while you get your, I guess I should have been prepping my next guitar while I was doing that. But I'm going to show you guys my acoustic guitar because it's an interesting story. And it really is kind of in line with what you were saying about your guitar. So,
all right. So, as for those of you who are guitar knowledgeable, this is a Paul Reed Smith guitar. It is a artist model 10 top, and the artist model is their higher line guitars. It's got the bird inlays, and it's got the mahogany set neck like a Gibson. And it's got the carved maple veneer, and it's burl maple or figured maple. It's not tiger stripe. This is a 10 top, which they grade the figuring on their guitar tops from 1 to 10, 10 being the best. And so there you go. It's purty.
Nice.
Oh, and it's got the old style 5-way rotary switch for pickup selection as opposed to the normal Les Paul. And so what that allows me to do is in position number 1, I get this guitar. Position number 2, I get these 2 coils like a Strat type sound. Position number 3, I get 2 humbuckers like a Les Paul in the middle. Position number 4 is a little more of a bassy sound with these 2 coils here. And then position 5 is the neck pickup. So there you go. And the tone control, which I've had it modded. I put a special tone capacitor in there to make it sound more vintage, and I usually roll it off to about 8.
Interesting. You know, like I'm such a, I don't know, I don't know. All my shit on my guitars is turned up all the way. I had no idea what I'm doing. Generally,
if you've got a good tone cap on your tone control, you should let it do something. And so I just roll it off. Just even the slightest bit of roll off adds that vintage effect that the tone pot will give you. The only time I'll turn it way up is if my strings are super dead. Oh, and if you'll notice, the blue ball ends in here. This guitar is strung with the Blue Magic.
Yes.
The Blue Magic strings truly do have the Blue Magic.
I should give it a try. I should give those Blue Magic strings.
I'm telling you what, they minute 1 they sound like they're broken in, and then they keep that sound like they last longer than any other string I've ever used.
No kidding.
Yeah. So if you're not into changing strings, Blue Magic is definitely the one. And if you're not into that super bright, springy, like boing, boing, boing kind of metallic kind of sound, you're looking for more of a vintage mellow tone, they actually named this kind of string the vintage model.
Interesting. Very good. All right, well, listen. This bitch right here, this guitar is named Taylor, and that's because, as I mentioned, it's a Taylor guitar, and my names are not clever. But I bought this guitar because my Takamine, I was a big Takamine player for many, many years, and it died during one of my cruise ship exploits. And I was in Miami, or Port Everglades, so I guess technically Fort Lauderdale, but I needed a new guitar, so I got in a taxi and went to Guitar Center. And I was looking for a Takamine, gonna replace it. And so I played all the Takamines, and then I saw one of these, and it appealed to me because it was smaller. It's a 3/4 size guitar. And so I played it, and was like, that sounds beautiful. And I put it back, and I went and played some more Takamines. And then I came back, and I played this again. And then I went out, and I played 2 more guitars. And then I came back to this guitar, and was like, what am I doing? Obviously, this is the guitar. This is the one I have to go home with. And so I did. The problem was that it didn't have any electronics. So all I had was an insert, like a pickup insert, just to put in the hole, and then the string, the cord hangs out and whatever. At that time, I had no preamp or anything. So literally just raw dogging it into the mixing board for most of that contract. And it wasn't awesome. It was, the guitar sounded amazing. The pickup did not do any justice for it. So when I got off the ship, I had the LR Bags Lyric pickup installed. And, so it's not like a piezo pickup where like most acoustic electrics have. It's actually a microphone mounted inside, so it really captures the real sound of the guitar. Loved it ever since. It's been my main girl. You can see that I strum like an asshole, and
way up high on the,
you're supposed to strum right around this area. They even put a little protective thing in this area so that you don't destroy it. No, I said I'm going against all.
You're totally missing the hole.
Yeah. And so I'm working on my very own Willie Nelson trigger here. But not so very long ago, this guitar was in pristine condition, like 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And so I put some work in over time, but I love this guitar. It, like I said, it's 3/4 size. It fits perfectly in overhead compartments in the airplane. And if you really are in a bind, you could literally detach the neck.
I'm noticing it's got the those aren't position markers. Those are Phillips head screws.
Phillips head screws. You can actually take the neck off and fold it back.
No shit.
And it travels.
That's blasphemous.
I have no idea. I've never done it, so
that sounds scary.
I feel like if you put it back together, it shouldn't work, but
right.
But it does. I've replaced the tuners on it, and it's really due for a fret job. But it's been a great guitar. I love Taylor guitars. I have another one in the closet. I didn't bust it out. It's Jordan's dad's.
Oh, wow.
But he had it in Hawk, and I went and got it out. So now it's my guitar.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, so this is Taylor.
Well, all right. Hi, Taylor.
My bitch, Taylor.
All right, so I have my favorite acoustic guitar here.
That thing is cool. You want to hand me that guitar or your Paul Reed?
Sure. All right, so this thing is just plain cool. This is a Guild guitar. And now I have not I've been playing guitar for a few minutes now. A few decades, longer than I'm willing to admit.
525,600 minutes.
Yeah. And in my entire career, I've never broken a guitar. Until like the last 2 years. My main acoustic guitar that I've had since I was a kid, it fell off of the strap and landed and kind of broke. So, I mean, it's still together, it still works, but like some of the magic got out and it really, I was mad at myself for letting it fall. So every time I played it, I just turned into an absolute jerk. And so Tracy and I went over to the Guitar Center and not intending to buy a guitar, just going to bang out on a few things and see what's out there now because I haven't shot for acoustic guitars in forever. And like similar story, kept coming back to this guitar. Like it was a used guitar. And so I'm looking at it. This thing is made by Guild. I don't even know what model it is. It's got electronics in it. Here, I've never even touched the knobs because it sounds perfect. I don't want to touch them because I'll ruin it. It's got the tobacco sunburst finish, the red and the brown and the yellow. And then it's got this highly figured back and sides. And the back is actually not flat. It is a rounded back, which like totally focuses the sound out of the sound hole. And it sounds great. Like this guitar, like some acoustic guitars are good like for strumming. Some are good for like the Gibson guitars. You can really bang on them. This you can do both. And it's a great guitar. I just love the way that it sounds. And so again, haven't broken a guitar my whole life until just recently. I broke my main acoustic axe, ended up getting this one. And one day I was in a hurry going to the gig. This came in a gig bag and I set it by the car on the far side, intending to go ahead and put some more stuff in there. I just threw it in the driver's seat, jumped in the car and backed up. And I was like, oh, I hear a crunching sound. That's weird. I just kept backing up. I looked around. There's nothing there. Kept backing up. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So I got out and I had driven over the neck of this guitar. And
Kevin, no!
I killed the guitar that Tracy bought me. And so I felt like the biggest asshole in the universe.
As you should have.
And so, very depressing. But luckily, there's a gentleman in town who used to work for Guild, used to build Guild guitars. And we all know and love our friend Bethany.
Yeah, I was just going to bring him up.
Her dad makes guitars. And so
I feel like he worked for Guild for so many years, Stephen.
Yes. Yeah. He may have even made this guitar himself. I don't know. But I'm thinking, okay, if I'm going to trust anyone to do a major open heart surgery on a Guild guitar, it's going to be the guy who made him in the first place. So I call him up and I'm like, I don't want to tell you what I do. I'm just going to bring this thing over. And we brought it over, and I mean, it was all I could do to just not get sick to my stomach showing this guy the guitar. And he's like, yeah, there's no fixing this. I'm going to have to put a new neck on. And that's the reason why we went to him, because I'm like, most guitar repair guys would like not be cool with taking a neck off and replacing it. And I knew he would be able to do it and I figured that might be what goes on. So he did what I expected he was going to do. And he put this new neck on it. Not only did he do that, but he had an actual Guild inlay to put on the neck, right? And look at the wood figuring on the binding on this guitar.
Bro, you can't even tell. It's indistinguishable.
Yeah, there's no way to know that this wasn't the original neck.
It's so impressive. The guitars that, because Bethany, obviously, she plays Guild guitars. The guitars, like, the guy's an artisan. I follow him on Facebook, so we're friends. And I haven't seen anything from him much lately, but for a while, he was really in a building spree. And he was building a lot of really great guitars that he was selling.
Yeah.
And just beautiful, beautiful instruments.
Just amazing instruments. He's got a bunch of them in stock. They're all right around $1,000. And I played everyone, and everyone was just an absolute amazing guitar. Like, from any guitar manufacturer, these things would be $6,000 or $8,000. This guy's making them himself and selling them for $1,000.
Yeah, we need to blow him up.
Yeah,
we need to go and get him some business, because that's just looking at that. I would never know.
Yeah,
that was a replacement neck, and
it's got upgraded tuners on it. It had the open back tuners, like all on one plate.
Mm-hmm.
Now these are the closed back tuners, and it plays and sounds even better than when I bought it.
That's incredible. Oh, shout out to Steven.
Yes.
Dude, Steve, you're amazing, man.
Gagnon Guitars is who fixed this. And you can find him on Facebook. He lives in Port St. Lucie. And buy his guitars before everyone figures out that they're worth 5 times as much as what he's selling for.
And in fact, we should just shut up.
Yeah.
Before we go get ours.
Yeah, right. Yeah, wait until we buy ours and then go see him.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, so that's the story behind this thing. And, it has become my primary guitar.
It's beautiful. The wood on the back and in the sides is just awesome.
Gorgeous. Look at that.
So cool. Well, right on. Oh, well, I'm going to give this back to you. Well, you put that down. I'll give it back to you. The only other story that I have is my current electric guitar. And its name is Poolio because it's blue, and Jordan named it because it looks like a pool. But there's really nothing special about that. It was it out of the box, delivered to my door. I never had it set up. There's nothing special or extra about it. It's literally its whole purpose in life is to earn my money at the gig. So
it's your mule.
Yeah. When it dies, it will die a slow, horrible death.
Like butterscotch.
But butterscotch has some character. There was a story there. No, I charged my credit card to musician's friend, and they mailed me a guitar in the mail.
You bought a new guitar like a carpenter buys a new hammer.
Yes, it's a tool of the trade. Now I love it, and it has fun features like my ride cymbal is mounted to it, and things like that. But has not been upgraded. Standard hardware, made in Mexico, ready to work.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pull it out of the bag. It's far back there.
Yeah, it's way back there.
But yeah.
So if anyone wants to see that, you got to go to the gig and see Brad play.
Yeah. And don't let me knock it.
Brad and Poolio.
The guitar is amazing. It sounds awesome, and it feels great. It does the job. Everything. It was such a pleasure to play that guitar after fighting with butterscotch almost every gig because something would fizz out or You know, the electronics would fizzle out, or I'd drop gain or something. Horrible.
You know, there's a thing called maintenance.
Yes, maintenance is equal to replacement.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but I do need to put this thing on the bench and get her spruced back up, because it is a cool guitar. It looks awesome, and all of that wear and tear is from me. I did that. But yeah.
Very cool. So yeah, those are our primary guitars.
Yeah. Well,
so
thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. So how about if money was no object, what would your dream guitar be?
I don't know, man. So I've become a Telecaster fan primarily because it to me, it's a simple guitar, and I need that. You know, you have volume and tone and 3 positions for your 2 pickups, and that's life for me, because I don't know. I get it if you are playing a wide variety of music, or you want very specific sounds. So the pickup configuration is important for things like that. I just want to play. I'm a rhythm player, and I want it to sound punchy and cut through, especially with what I do, because there's so much else. There's so much more going on that it's got to kind of cut through and make it. And the Telecaster has been that for me, you know. And I typically play it in the 2 pickup position, you know, unless I want to, you know, do some like bluesy stuff, and I'll get to the single coil and, you know, do that. But yeah, it's simple, max everything out and ride it out. So I guess if you're asking me what my dream guitar would be, it would probably be a Mac Daddy Telecaster, probably from the custom shop, $5,000, probably in that range. That would be awesome.
You know, like a 54 Nocaster or
yeah, maybe
50s Broadcaster.
Broadcaster, I like too.
Or maybe you could get the custom shop to make you a Brockcaster.
Get out. That would be amazing. We'll work on that. I'll reach out to Fender this week.
Yeah. The Broadcaster.
Well, what about you? What's your dream axe as an actual guitar player?
Oh, stop it. You're an actual guitar player.
You
are a professional guitarist.
I play guitar
by the strictest definition and by the esoteric definition as well. But, well, of course, the holy grail of guitars in the Gibson department is a 59 Les Paul, and 59 Les Paul is also my favorite color. So there's that. And then there's a guitar I wish I could get back. I had a 1967 Gibson ES335 that I got. Now, back in the 80s, you could buy guitars from the 60s cheap.
Right.
Like I bought it for $550. It
wasn't quite vintage yet.
It was yeah, well, it was vintage then. It was 25 years old back then. But I liked it because it was born in the same year as me. And it was cheap because it was a second. It had a big old 2 stamped on the back. And, 25 years later, the teeny flaw that caused it to be a second was dwarfed by all the other flaws it had.
Sure.
So it didn't really matter. But I ended up having to sell that guitar, and I wish I could get that one back. And at the same day I bought that guitar, I had a chance to buy a 1965 Fender Stratocaster for $300, and I only had the $550. I couldn't buy the, now, and it was super played out. It looked like Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitar. It was like it had been
well worn.
It was probably the best sounding Strat I have ever played and will ever play. I need a Strat in my life, but comparing it to that, it's like I can never really get satisfied. I had a Strat, I had a gold top Strat for a while, and I ended up selling it because I wish I still had it. But it didn't measure up to that one. But yeah. Now that guitar is probably $250,000, $300,000.
Jeez.
Could have bought it for $300 back then. So yeah, something that functions like a mid-60s Stratocaster, definitely. And I had my second favorite Strat sound. I ended up getting like a super inexpensive G&L Legacy Stratocaster, but it had magic because it had the Lace Sensor H1000 pickups in it. And Lace Sensor, if you're a Fender fan, you've heard of Lace Sensor. They came stock on Fenders for a long time. But this H1000 was like a direct reverse engineered version of like the only 1963 Strat pickup that survived the fire in the factory. And they measured it, and it was like the ideal, like a holy grail pickup. So it sounded like 63 Strat pickups. And even in this cheap $200 guitar, the guitar had some super mad mojo. So if anybody out there's got any Lace Sensor H1000s, I'll take them off your hands.
Yeah, for cheap.
Yeah, for cheap. I'll give you a bad deal on them. So yeah, I don't have any Strat sounds in my life at the moment, so that's the next thing on the list as far as guitar purchases. But I don't compared to the average guitar player, I have very few guitars.
Same. I feel like, I don't know, most of them, when I buy guitars, I intend to play them. Like I'm a working musician, so like I never fancied myself a collector by any means. You know, it was like, oh, that guitar sounds great, I'm gonna play the shit out of it. So I never really, thought that I would buy this guitar and be like, oh man, I'm gonna put it in a case or hang it on the wall in the house. Like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this thing.
Yeah, well, being the opposite of a financial genius, I was never afforded the luxury of being able to, have tens of thousands of dollars of guitars just hanging on the wall and not being used.
Not that I'm against anybody that collects.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are amazing.
Guitar collectors, my favorite guitar collector at the moment is Joe Bonamassa, and his logic is sound. He's like, I'm saving these guitars from destruction. Like, and I've there's been tons of stories. Like, somebody's widow finds a guitar under the bed and gives it to, Goodwill, and somebody buys $1 million guitar for their kid for $25, and then, the kid leaves it in the driveway and somebody drives it and then they throw it in the garbage. Like valuable vintage guitars die every day just like that.
Yeah.
So for collectors to come in and make sure that these things don't disappear into nothingness is a valuable service. But at the same time, that's also the activity that has driven the prices up of a guitar that went for $250 in 1959 now is $500,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is insane.
Oh hell, man! All right, you guys. Well, we're gonna take a. No, what time is it? What time are we at here?
What are we doing? Are we taking a break or are we going?
I don't know.
Gonna muscle through? It's 9:25.
9:25. Yeah, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, Kevin's gonna give me an impromptu guitar lesson. I figure we gotta we gotta plug some shit in. We gotta get some shit sorted out here. But I'm gonna get a guitar lesson from Kevin. So if you guys have guitars at home and you want to partake in this lesson, bust them out. You got a couple of minutes to do it. Don't go away. This is Jams and Cocktails.
Running down the highway, making time.
of my ears brings a chill, blows out all my tears. The open highway is my only friend. I'm gonna take it on down south to the end. I'm on my own now. Gonna have to take it day by day. All alone, all alone. Gonna have to take it day by day. Take it day by day. Staying kind. It was time to head out on my own. Yeah. I can't help it. I got that traveling mode on my own now. Gonna have to take it my own way. All alone, all alone. Yeah. Gonna have to take it day by day on my own, on my own. Yes, I am gonna have to make it my own way. All alone, all alone, all alone, all alone. Gonna have to take it day by day. Take it day by day.
All right, welcome back. I'm running late. I love Derek, and maybe I don't give him enough. I don't give him enough credit, but I do miss him because we have to do everything ourselves when Derek's not here. So Derek typically, when I sit back down, he has my headphones ready and he puts them back into my ear.
What?
Yeah.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
Sure he inserts your earplugs for you?
Yeah, he puts them in my ear. So,
I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, you would.
I have not done that.
So,
or I've not been present when that actually happened.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So, when he's not here, I have to put them in myself. And it's very...
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's rough. All right, you guys. So listen, Kevin, I've always admired your guitar playing, specifically the blues. And, I thrive as a rhythm player, as a self-taught guitarist, and I haven't really seeked out help. But today I am. So would you give me an impromptu guitar lesson? Maybe a couple licks and maybe any secrets that could propel my mediocre guitar player into the next realm?
Actually, I spent some time thinking about this. It's not quite so impromptu. But seeing as how you, in your act, you play guitar and bass at the same time, along with the drums, thought I might do a little bit of a lesson on how to accommodate that sort of thing.
Okay.
So
Well, give me a second. Let me get it
yourself
in.
Plugged in, yeah.
I gotta get it in, and then organize myself here. I think this is probably a better camera angle. So here's the kicker. I forget that I tuned down half a step.
Well, don't look at what I'm doing, and
So
you'll be able to.
I gotta tune.
Just play out.
I gotta tune out.
You'll be in between the dots.
And I'm gonna move my microphone over to this amplifier so that you guys can hear what we're doing, and you might be able to just switch it off of standby. Oh, magical.
Should have tuned beforehand. Where's Derek when you need him?
That's what I'm saying. Where's Derek?
You don't have to retune your guitar. I'll play an A flat. Yeah, you don't have to retune.
All right, tell me all the good stuff.
So if you know how to read music, or if you've even seen music written, you know that when you're looking at a chord, it's the notes all stacked up on top of each other. And if you change the order in which the notes are stacked, then you're inverting the chord. It's called an inversion, right? So what you end up with inversions, when you think about it from making a bass note, you use inversions. So like you can play, I'll do G with the root in the bass, or you can play G inverted with the third in the bass, or you can play G inverted with the fifth in the bass, right? So when you're, and then you know it's the same for seventh chords. It's 1, 3, 5, flat 7, or you can do minor chord inversions. So when you want to have some variety in what bass note is under the chord, inversions are your tool. So you can do same chord, two different bass notes.
This is gonna be something. So I have a nasty habit. And I play, because to your point, I do play bass runs with my one man band show, but I have the nasty habit of doing the reach over with my thumb.
Yeah. So that I wish I could do that. My teeny hands, they don't accommodate that kind of reach. So yeah, I mean but still, whichever device you're using, whether you're using your thumb or your first finger or your toe, it doesn't matter. It's still an inversion, and it is a way to pick the bass note that you're playing underneath the chord. So like if you think you've got the tones of the chord as the bass note, so, and you can actually put notes in between there. So like you're talking about blues. Still the same G chord. You can play a bass line and the chords at the same time. If inversions of that chord are what show you what you can play over that bass line, because if you're stuck here in one position, then you don't have anywhere to go. So if you want some movement in your bass line and you end up with this, you can't play this chord and then hit that really. So, and then here, like, that's a lot of what Jimi Hendrix did when he was playing, putting the different bass notes underneath the chord. Well, if we play a C, C with the root, C with the third, C with the fifth as the bass note. So you can keep the same chord and move the bass line if you know the inversion fingerings.
Interesting. All right. So let's do what's your favorite blues lick? Because I would love to expand my knowledge of lead guitar because as you and I both know, I'm not very good.
I feel as though there's more than one microphone for you to do this with.
But I did not think this through, Kevin.
Do you want mine?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, that looks a little awkward. So, but anyway, yeah. So if you want to like break into the lead thing with some stuff that you can add in while you're playing bass and chords, then as far as leads go, I play minor pentatonic and major pentatonic. The way that I think is I'm thinking pentatonic with passing tones. So everything that I'm doing is based off of a pentatonic. And very rarely will I think like a major scale or minor scale, even though I spent a lot of time practicing the figures in that. So probably the most useful, probably the licks that I use the most recently would be like if we're in G, or actually let's play in A, which would be your A. You would be A right here. So that lick right there. So, and the thing that makes it bluesy is you don't play. You go. Yeah, so it's a Chuck Berry thing.
I never bend with my forefinger.
Wow. So the one of the things that is true for like especially Clapton's guitar style in the blues, and definitely true in Southern rock, is the ambiguity as to whether or not you're major or minor. You know, it's definitely a Southern rock thing to play a minor guitar scale as a solo over a major chord. So one of the things that Clapton did was he never really informed you if it was major, it would be this note. If it was minor, it would be this note. So he was always in between there somewhere. Nobody knew. So when you do that on the third, you're staying out of defining for sure if you're major or minor. Yeah. And your E string is a little flat. So, the Chuck Berry. Mine's a little flat there. And then I do this a lot. So if we're thinking minor pentatonic, we're playing, right? I spend a lot of time right here. So, yeah, right there. So, are you familiar with the pentatonic scaling? Yeah, so that's all the notes I'm doing are coming from that. So my guitar teacher, I had a great guitar teacher in high school by the name of Richard Mack. And he taught me how to improvise, but he also taught me to have a backup plan. It's like if you're having a bad day and your inspiration just leads you to do things that just sound terrible. What you need to do is you need to have a backup vocabulary of licks that you can just play them and mix and match them and pop them in and out like words in a word processor so that you have a vocabulary of stuff you can play in a solo. If no inspiration is coming, at least you know you can do something that still sounds decent. So that's what licks are, little musical motifs that are like words in your paragraph, and your paragraph is the solo. So, wait. I do that was a big one. Yeah. Like that, the whole rooster thing. The chicken.
Where's that second note?
Yep.
I love it.
The chicken.
I love it.
So these little musical motifs, which are licks based on the minor pentatonic scale, are the staple of anyone's guitar soloing diet, who's based in blues-based rock, anyway.
So the pentatonic is it's where to start.
It is
right?
Yeah. That's your path, and then once you know the path and you're comfortable on the path, you can stray from the path.
Well, let's do a little jam.
All right.
We'll share some licks. So I know that we're in different tunings, so maybe we'll
play
something
in your key of A.
in my key of A. Just G sharp for you. I'll start doing the rhythm so that you could do some things that inspire me.
All right. So you want me to be explaining what I'm doing, or you just want me to do it?
Just go for it.
All right. Now you can play guitar, a lead guitar, quite well.
I live in the blues, man. When it comes to anything else, I'm a little not up to snuff.
I love the blues. The blues are great because it's a repeatable chord form. You pretty much know what you're getting when you're going to be doing a solo, and it's all about it's a set of chords where you can play a lot of surprising notes that are not technically in the scale but still fit in the key, and you can get a lot of interesting of harmonic effects by changing up the stuff that you're playing single note wise. It's very cool. My favorite genre.
Definitely as a guitar player, I feel like it's, to your point, it's, oh Lord, I'm in a glass box of emotion over here. I got a lot of controls. Not a lot of control over what I'm doing, though. Yes, it's a very expressive genre. You know, you have like metal players, and it's all scales, speed, and accuracy. When it comes to playing metal music, it's not that there's not passion there, but it is what's desirable.
There's definitely a lot of passion behind metal, like very high energy,
but
you know, anger getting spit out there.
Yeah, but it's accuracy, speed, and just knowledge of the fretboard, and I think that's, you know, also very, very, very cool. You know, the blues lets you really express what you're doing, and then there's jazz, which is just another. You know, I feel like jazz and metal are the closest relatives in terms of guitar playing. Because in jazz, it really takes a huge knowledge of scales and the fretboard and speed and accuracy, all of which metal requires as well. You know, metal, obviously, with effects and technique, really make that.
Well, in jazz, in bluegrass, in hard rock, metal, and in certain forms of classical music, that's where the shredders are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't let them fool you with their country bullshit.
Violin players doing Paganini, you know, these bluegrass flat pickers, they're just absolutely smelting their guitars with this amazing speed. And in the same with the, you know, jazz players, metal players, like it's just an unbelievable level of expertise necessary to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I can tell you from someone who has done, no offense to anybody, because the amount of the zillions of hours it takes to learn how to do it, if your body will even have the ability to move in that fashion. Not all human bodies can even move that fast, no matter how hard you train. But truly, I mean, back in the day when I could do it, it is easier to play like super fast than it is to just play one note and have it sound good.
Right. And just, there's a lot of emotion in a single note that, I don't know. It's different strokes for different folks, and I appreciate all of it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Oh, it's all great stuff.
Since we're running low on time here, which I thought was an impossibility, I just want to very quick. I'm not going to go through the whole Geordie Files. I'm not going to do that.
But before we move on, I want to make one point because I think it's a good spot in the show to do it.
Let's do it.
One of the reasons that the guitar is so cool is because your body is part of the instrument. You like, unlike the piano, where you never touch the strings, never even see them. You are physically touching the string, and the way that you touch the string has everything to do with the way that it sounds. You can spend $100 million on amplifiers, guitars, and pedals, and all of it put together is not going to have as much effect on your sound as these four things right here.
It's a true story. That's real talk.
So yeah, this is, as you know, this hand is as much of the guitar sound as this guitar is.
Yeah, because so many times I've heard, friends that are like, oh, I just want to sound like Stevie Ray Vaughan. So I got to get all the pedals and the amp configuration and the strings. And it's like,
you can't do it.
If your hands don't play the strings.
Have giant 5-pound catcher's mitts for hands in order to sound like Steve Ray Vaughan.
God, yeah. He's crazy. He was crazy, dude. Crazy. So yeah, we're going to forego the formal Geordie Files for time's sake. I do just want to make note of a couple passings that we had in the entertainment world. Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down passed away after about a year's long, or not even half a year's long battle with cancer. And I don't know about you, Three Doors Down was a huge influence on me as a kid, because they kind of came out in that 2000 early 2000s era. And just those songs, people are still playing them. Kryptonite. Every cover band in the world plays Kryptonite.
Yeah.
And so that hit a little hard. That was super sad. And then just today, James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek passed away.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, he was sick also with cancer, and yeah, so he just passed away today, or at least it was announced that he. So rest in peace to those two amazing actors, or two amazing celebrities and of their craft. James obviously as an actor, Dawson's Creek hugely influential on kids my age.
Yeah.
And then Three Doors Down, Brad Arnold. So sail on, fellas. Thanks for the good times. And that's all I'm going to say about that. This has been the Geordie Files. So very quickly, we're going to do a little midweek motivation, because I think it kind of goes into this. So maybe the button will work. Well, I don't know. We're in new territory here.
You have a midweek motivation button?
That's but cool. I never use it. I always end up just
after
clicking
those two death stories. We all need a little motivation. I hope that button works.
Let's see. I love that theme song. It really gets me in the mood to lift you guys up. So a lot of people tell me, man, I wish I could play guitar. And it's always followed by, but I'm too old now. And I always think, too old for what? Well, the truth is, this isn't really about guitar. It's about anything. We say we wish we could start a business. We say we wish you could get in shape. We wish we could write a book, which I'm working on. We wish we could learn a different language. We wish we could go back to school. But wishing is safe. Wishing costs nothing. Action has a price. It costs ego. It costs time. It costs being bad at something for a little while. And that's why most wishes stay wishes. But it's never too late to learn anything. But it does require one uncomfortable step. You have to be willing to be a beginner again. To not sound great. To not know what you're doing. Determination beats talent every time. So, whether it's learning guitar, starting over, or chasing something you put off for years, the clock isn't your enemy. Inaction is. And if there happens to be a dusty acoustic guitar sitting in the corner of your room, well, maybe tonight's the night that you wipe it off and give it another try. Because it's not too late. It's just waiting. It's time, Kevin, for our favorite segment. It's the Shameless Plugs.
Shameless Plugs. Well, I want to reinforce what you just said before I plug anything shamelessly. We talked about, we had U2 in the Name That Tune. And, The Edge didn't learn how to play guitar until after their second album.
Crazy.
So, if you're waiting to learn how to play guitar, you don't even need to know how. Just, put out a couple of million selling albums and then learn.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. What about shameless plugs? What you got?
Shameless plugs. I am going to be at the Pie Hole tomorrow night in Port St. Lucie. They are doing Thursday night Southern Rock Night with dollar drafts and me.
Nice.
On acoustic guitar, doing the old school. It's nice to play Southern Rock on a Thursday night and very nostalgic for me for obvious reasons. But yeah, so I've created a good relationship with the pie holers over there, and I've been doing a lot of their Thursday nights. I thought I had a gig on Friday, but it turns out that's canceled. So if anyone is looking for me at the Martin County Fair, I will not be there this weekend.
Wait, where's my button? Where's boo? There it is.
So, and I'm picking up my phone, and this is the benefits of making friends with lots of people. While we were doing the show, I got a text and someone's asked me to perform on Friday night.
Well, where? We're waiting.
Well, this is Priscilla with her new place in downtown Fort Pierce.
Oh, nice. Oh, man, I'm glad that she's back in downtown. She always has a cool vibe. I gotta check that spot out. I know just the spot that she's at too. That's that weird building that doesn't look like it belongs where it is, but it's awesome.
It used to be a cigar bar,
mm-hmm.
and then it's been 200 things. But it's a nice little spot with a really cool backyard patio kind of vibe to it. And I've performed there for multiple owners, and hopefully I'll get to perform there on Friday night for Priscilla. Priscilla's awesome.
Yeah, super cool, man. She puts on cool events.
I am going to be performing at Bike Week in Daytona almost every single day at Bike Week.
When is that coming up?
That starts the last weekend of February and goes until the first weekend of March. I've got 10 shows there, 8 of them at the Cabbage Patch. It's their 100th anniversary. So my residency at the Cabbage Patch has been going for about 8 years now.
I'm sorry. Did you say it's their 100th anniversary?
Yeah.
You know the United States is only 250 years old.
Yeah. So that biker bar has been there for 100 years.
It's insane to me.
Yeah. 100. Well, when good management, you can stay open.
Same manager.
Yeah, same owner. They sprinkle them with formaldehyde every morning. No, but yeah, 100th anniversary for a bar is just about as rare as snowflakes in July. So that's really cool. And then I'm going to be at Dale's Ales for 2 of those nights. You can see all those dates on my website, kevinmcloughlinband.com. On Saturday, March 14th, I think it is. A joint venture between Beer Works and the Treasure Coast Blues Society has created the very first concert at the brand new amphitheater at the Memorial Park in Stewart.
Nice.
And they've got a brand new amphitheater at Memorial Park in Stewart. It's actually pretty cool. And it's the Stewart Rock and Blues Fest.
Nice.
And it's going to be me along with Cedric Talton, Dottie Kelly, Denny Artachi, and...
Is Apostoli playing there?
Apostoli Floyd is the headliner.
Yeah. Awesome.
Being the fact that, he made it to the finals in the International Blues Challenge as a representative of the Treasure Coast Blues Society. So that's super cool. So among the best blues bands in the world is Apostoli Floyd. And so, yeah, that is going to be the first concert at that amphitheater.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I've been watching the building of that, and it looks amazing.
Yeah. So they had this old concrete slab in the middle of a field. Now they have a new concrete slab in the middle of a field that has way better decorations around it, and it's got a parasail.
Awesome. Yeah, nobody likes to get rained on.
No. Only the audience will get rained on there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's that, and what else have I got going on?
See, as he looks to Tracy for help, What is my life? What am I doing?
On February 21st, we're performing at the Seminole Casino in Brighton.
Cool.
We've ended up performing there fairly regularly. That's a great show. And in the process of completing the second album, I've actually got Dennis going to be coming up on that on the 21st to record a bunch of bass tracks before we go to the gig. And, been able to learn the joys of operating Pro Tools.
Yeah.
If there is such a thing. I really like recording, but utilizing the tools to record with is torture.
Yep.
So I get a kick out of the fact that I volunteered to purchase my own torture device. So that's kind of funny.
50 Shades of Grey, baby.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So doing a lot of experimenting with that. I actually came up with this Frankenstein array of microphones. I couldn't decide which of my microphones that I liked for vocals better. So I just record all of them. 5 tracks for every take. Got like thousands of vocal tracks. It's awesome.
Oh God. What a thing to sift through.
Well, it fattens it right up, Five of me singing almost sounds good enough to pass for one. But the whole I'm a live guy, and recording is an entirely different animal than performing live, and going through the process of singing on a recording and singing live, you stand up to the microphone in the studio to sing a song that you literally sing every single day with people watching. And suddenly it's like you're picking it apart in a way that you never have. And it is a humbling and educational experience.
Indeed.
But ultimately for the betterment of myself and the relief of everyone listening.
I am very excited to hear some cuts off of this new record, man.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a step up in quality from the original album. The first album was a live album, as you know. And this, I've been able to really captured some awesome tracks. Great performing, Mike LaChavo on drums and Dennis Delfino on bass. We went up to Orlando and recorded it, and it came out well. So this album is sonically and performance-wise is going to be far and above better than the first one, which as I listened back to it, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be even better.
Sweet. Awesome. Love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Anything else?
Nothing that comes to mind at the moment.
All right. Well, if you think of something, you just let me know. In the meantime, I just want to shout out our sponsors and partners at Leak Busters Roofing and the Bug Juice. Check out our partner podcasts at Riffs and Rhythms.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Poor Paul. Sorry, Paul.
Dropping episodes on Tuesdays. Also, Drums and Rums, I heard, is making a comeback. So we'll keep an ear out for Drums and Rums. Both of those podcasts are featured with us on the B3 Podcast Network, wherever you listen to podcasts, with Riffs and Rhythms, as I mentioned, because I'm reading a script, dropping new episodes on Tuesdays. Also, a shout out to our friends at Ghost on the Ox. Please, as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. We'd love to throw a 10,000 subscriber party, so we're almost there. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
Sweet. Subscribe, y'all.
Do it. Once again, shout out to Chase and Tails for being our keg sponsor this month. Yeah. We're always looking for new sponsors, so reach out to me. If you got a business or a project that you'd like to promote, make sure to reach out, and we'll get that done. It's a $100 sponsorship, and there's a bunch of ways to get that sorted out. So let me know, and yeah.
I've got a couple other things to promote.
Get you on the wall.
Totally didn't even think about it. I was just thinking band-wise. But yeah, the Riffs and Rhythms podcast is close to 150 episodes now.
Nice.
And most recently we had Mark Toleska as a guest, and those episodes are just aired, I think, yesterday or next week. So nobody knows that it's not live. So,
right.
The secret will never get out, I'm sure. And the Treasure Coast Blues Society is putting on its annual Big Blues Blast on March 22nd, I believe, at Double Roads in Jupiter.
Nice.
And that's going to be a really cool lineup as well. So Mark Telesco is going to be on that. Dottie Kelly. And some other bands. I got a poster. Who's on the poster? Anyway, South Florida's best blues bands going to be on there.
Yeah, I like Double Roads. It's a cool venue, too.
Yeah, go to Treasure Coast Blues, tcblues.org, and check it out, or tcblues.com.
Nice. That's a Sunday?
It is a Saturday, I believe.
The 22nd? March 22nd?
March 22nd? What day of the week is
I think
that?
that's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. It is a Sunday, yes, because we had yes, it's a Sunday.
Sweet. I might be able to make that. I think I just have something in the morning. So I'll be able to.
Bands start at 1 o'clock. Go until 8.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be doing a double header on that Saturday night. I'll be at the Hope Sound Farmers or the Hope Sound Farms doing the beer boots and something. I can't.
Have you had a chance to perform on the stage since the sound system got sorted out?
No.
Okay.
I have not. We'll talk about that too.
It's like 99% now.
But I think I think I'm going to be out there on Saturday. So
okay,
I'll know for sure. Yeah. Anyway, just to quickly get through these, go to jncpodcast.com. We've got merch up there and video games. What else could you want?
Those actually are pretty fun.
Yeah, they're fun. Let's do it. Go out there. Do it. jncpodcast.com. And you can buy merch. We get literally $1 for the shirts that you buy. So buy them up. You're just paying to have it made. But I would love for you to see, I'd love for you to rock Jordan's face right on your,
upper torso.
Your upper torso. And anybody else's face who you might.
Yeah, that's a good
choose.
shirt. The Jordan shirt is a good one.
It's so good. It's so retro. I feel like you wear it to a rave and people will be like, what? Also come see my one-man band show around town. You can find out all the dates at bradbrock.com. I updated that website. I had not really messed with it too much, but I got some new stuff up there. You can actually go to bradbrock.com and play my one-man band drum rig. You can actually, on your phone, you could tap each instrument and
very cool.
You can make sound.
You could be the Brad.
Yeah, you could do it. It's fun. It's kind of stupid, but it's also very fun. So go check it out, bradbrock.com.
I've seen that. It kind of introduces people to the complexity of what it is that you do.
It is a lot, so you can imagine. Last thing I've got is to come back full circle. I do have a festival appearance coming up, the Boots Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue Festival in Hope Sound at the Hope Sound Farms property right off there on US or 95. That's March 21st, Saturday, March 21st. So you can check out my website for more info on that. And then literally the very next morning, I'll be playing the market there at Hope Sound. So I feel like I should just camp.
Right.
I'll just sleep in the car and then wake up and go play the festival or go play the market. But anyway, that's it. Shameless plugs. Out.
Pitch a tent, just stay overnight.
That's right.
You and the cows all alone in the field.
That's what we'd be doing. So we've come to the end of our nerding out show. I think we did some heavy nerding. That was pretty.
It didn't. Well, I guess it did feel like nerding because it went by real quick, and I got to talk about some stuff that I know and nobody wants to know about.
Super nerdy. I love it. It was exactly how I expected it to go down. But you guys, let me know if you like this kind of setup. I'd like to do more shows like this. I really hope that I find a better way to set this up because I think I almost gave myself an aneurysm setting all this up. It was mainly because I know this isn't a permanent setup. So I was trying to set everything up in a way that I could put it back in a very easy way. And I just need to come up with a...
Oh, there's a way.
With a set B.
Well, if you're doing sets and you need to know where you're placing stuff, you just get a black carpet, set it down, set up your set the way you want it, and you spike all the positions. And by spiking your positions, I mean you put tape around the legs of the chair so that when you lift them up, you know where they go back on. And then you can set it up the same way every time.
Oh, Kevin, no, it has nothing to do with that. It's the 5,000 cables that are run from that. That's what's going on.
Oh, you need an audio snake then.
I need an audio crew. But I do like this. It was very cool to sit here with you and chat and be face to face.
It does feel a little more like we're just hanging out at the house talking.
Yeah. So I hope to do more shows like this. I feel like it's definitely more intimate for a interview kind of situation. Yeah, and I'm happy to report I didn't fully miss my desk. There was no, not very many audio situations came up tonight, but the automation with the camera switcher and that's all very handy. And yeah, I didn't feel overwhelmed at all. I was overwhelmed moments before you arrived, but now I feel good.
Yeah, that was the longest span from knocking on the door to getting in that I've ever had here.
Yeah, I was
busy puking,
bro, pulling my hair out, screaming at the top of my lungs for no stupid reason. But
while I go through that, I just recently came to a conclusion. Oftentimes I get really wiggy before the show, setting up. You lay the best plans. I always plan to get there a half an hour earlier than I should, and I always end up being there half an hour later than I should. So I'm always rushing, and a lot of times I just completely freak out. I found out that the days that I totally freak out are the days that I've had a Red Bull before we get there. So
interesting.
I'm cutting out Red Bull before the show.
I mean, I can get behind that. Caffeine, sugar, anxiety. Yeah, it all is kind of like.
Yeah, they all foster each other.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, I know we're getting kind of on a tangent now, so this all might get cut out. So live viewers, this is it. But last night I played at the Tipsy Tiki with my full new rig, which includes I've introduced amplifiers to really just kind of, I don't know. The biggest thing that I ever came across is that people either think I'm playing with tracks or I'm looping or, because everything you hear is out of the PA, and it's great for a small venue where I can adjust the volume and there's no ambient sound. So it really dial in,
tight, yeah.
But when I'm in a bigger area or outside or somewhere where I can kind of spread my wings a little bit, it comes up still sounding like, a recording. And
sounds canned.
It sounds canned. And so I got tired of that. So now I've introduced live drums into my arsenal, and it's still a hybrid between, digital and live drums. Cause some things I can't physically do.
Probably the hi-hat sideways by the ground doesn't. Really
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Cymbals still just because of gravity. So it's just, it's all a little, but the ride cymbal is there and I hit that. And so it's, it's still a work in progress, but the big addition was running my instruments through the amps, and obviously I play guitar, so I run it through my amp and, I use the octapedal for the bass, and now I run that through a bass amp, and it really creates a very, very close sound to a bass player, versus just running it direct in. So it's very cool, and it fills out that whole front section of the stage with the snare cracking and the kick drum kicking. So when you're up close, you hear the guitar coming out of the amp. You hear the bass out of the bass amp. You hear the drums hitting you, and it's just a more authentic. It's all authentic, but it's a more authentic experience for somebody seeing it and listening to it. And so I had this horrendous buzz for whatever reason. Every venue, it goes between both amplifiers and whatever. And so I found this device on Amazon where you could lift the ground out of the cabling. So, and that has been tremendous. In fact, we have I'm using it tonight. Because Steve built this new computer that we're using. It's awesome. Computer's amazing, but because it's so much more powerful, there is sound. There's like I don't know, computer interference that goes through the USB to the mixer into our headphones. So there was this like, and that same device lifts it right out.
Oh, nice. So
Very
it
exciting.
basically just isolates the ground. Is it a transformer or is it just a discontinuing of the ground?
No, I don't know. I'll let you look at it. I read up on it. It said this is what I needed, so I went for it. It was expensive, and it does the job, so it was worth it.
Yeah. Chances are it's a 1-to-1 audio transfer.
But I'll let you. Anyway, we're still nerding out,
Yes.
and not so much about guitar anymore. But listen, you guys, I hope you enjoyed our show and our celebration of National Guitar Day. Please give it up for my esteemed co-host, the Kevin McLoughlin.
Thanks, man. It's really been cool being here.
It's fun.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
And I get to hold on to my guitar, which is one of the secondary things I like holding on to in my life.
That's fair. Speaking of the firstatory things you like to hold on to in your life, Miss Tracy, thanks for hanging out with us. Over there, we call that the peanut gallery, even though that's not usually the peanut gallery. That's typically that's the main stage.
Yeah, that's the.
But anyway, you guys join us next week as we dive into the mystical side of Mardi Gras and the voodoo culture. Yeah. So if you guys aren't doing anything, you want to come back for 2 weeks in a row, I'll have jambalaya. I don't know if anybody else is going to be here.
For the food.
Might just be me by myself again. But yeah, so we're going to do our yearly Mardi Gras celebration. Until then, folks, take care of yourselves and each other. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge. I'm Brad Brock. We love you. Good night.
I'm amazed. How did this song did it like this way? Oh, don't you know? When the song is done, it's time to go. When the song is done, it's time to go.